You know what we do need a documentary on? It's what happened in Dubai. Because since Arsenal came back from Dubai, something's changed, man. They're just scoring goals, 21 in the last 5 games. The first time they've won 5 at the start of the year, ever.
Yeah, and I think the last time I was on the show, we talked about that. We talked about just the fact it was as they were in Dubai, and we said, like, this is what they needed. Some sun, time with the family, time away from England, all the pressure, Darren Ben's radio show, anything, anything you take. You know, you go and it's just like a, you just forget about everything, pretty much. The defeat of Fulham, all of that, the defeat against West Ham at home, and you go again. And I think that since then, I don't know how much really is connected. But certainly they looked refreshed, and all the chat that we had about do they need a number 9, like a proper finisher, goal scorer. They scored 21 goals in 5 games, which they've never done before in their history. A stretch of 5 Premier League games, they never scored so many. So they've been incredible.
Do you know, I think it was always going to happen, because you look at the results where they lost to West Ham and Fulham, they still had more than enough opportunities to score. I think the West Ham game,
especially, yeah. Fulham, not so much.
77 touches in West Ham's box. That was never going to stay the same. Like, Saka was never going to go the whole season without scoring. Martinelli was going to come good. Odegaard's going to come good. So I think that result against West Ham, the 6-0, was always coming. And then obviously to go on and beat Burnley. I mean, Burnley at the minute are just appalling. We'll probably speak about that later, but that was never going to stay the same for Arsenal. At some point, they were always going to keep scoring goals, and their form was going to get better.
Sean's giving you the side eye. I don't know that he agrees.
No, I wouldn't say I don't agree. I think that the major thing for Arsenal is the goal scorers are coming from everywhere. I think when you can bring Trossard into the team and he slots into the team like he's been playing all the time, it surprises me why he hasn't in many ways started before Kai, because Trossard was doing what he's doing now last year, so it kind of makes you think, did I have to go and buy a Kai Havertz when I have a Trossard there, which can do that and some? So I just think with the way Arsenal are playing in general, they've always played the same. They're always going to create chances because of the players they have. It's just a matter of putting them in the net. But the question is, if you play with Jesus, does it still work the same? Because Jesus rotates people. It might benefit Martinelli because he always rotates out. Martinelli comes inside. It might benefit that side. But Saka needs White to go past him to create those spaces so he can go either right or left, because otherwise he gets doubled up on. So I think right now they're finding the balance that they had through their strongest part of the season last year, and everything's ticking and clicking where it's meant to be. But like you said with Liverpool, they've got the Champions League coming up. So now they're going to have to start rotating the team. And do they have as much depth to be able to manage that situation as well? So I'm still there with Arsenal.
Do you know what might help them, though, is that on the flip side, rather than last season when Saliba went out and it completely derailed the whole team, they've got players coming back. So Partey, obviously, looks like he's close. Timber, I think, is going to be back in training soon. Zinchenko's coming back. So they've got players that I think are coming back. Whereas last season, they lost all these players. To get these players coming back at this time of the season might help them.
Quite interested to hear your take on Trossard, because I think he is so influential, as you mentioned. And he scored a cracker as well in that game on Saturday.
Yeah, I like him. I'm with Wright. I really like him. I think whenever he's asked to do a job for Arsenal, he does it. Whether he can play that 8 role as well, I'm not sure, but certainly coming from wide, even that false number 9, every time he gets an opportunity, he comes on, he scores, he creates, he can play with both feet as well. And he's been really impressive. It's just whether he can nail down a spot in that side. And I think Havertz he's doing okay. You probably expected more, but he is now starting to find his feet and playing that Arteta way.
Arsenal have to play City. City have to play Liverpool as well. What do you rate Arsenal's chances as?
I think they have chances to go and win this, of course. I think they would have learned a lot from last season. Being the hunted, now they're the hunters. If City win tomorrow, they go above Arsenal. So Arsenal will be chasing City and Liverpool. Very different, I think, mindset to being chased behind you by City especially. So I think they would have learned a lot from that. It will be down to Champions League, see how far they go or not. Let's see if they beat Porto first and then see who they find in the quarterfinal, because I'm not sure if they can play in both competitions at the best. But of course, they have a chance. You can't reach that. You can't beat City and Liverpool at home and don't believe in your chances. It's not possible. Because City and Liverpool will also face each other on March the 10th, even before the City-Arsenal game at Easter. So, yeah, that game should be massive as well.